All right, guys, my next guest is a Profitability and Growth Advisor, IRS enrolled agent, oh my goodness, and a numbers geek at heart. For over a decade, she's helped businesses fight the IRS and get out of deep financial troubles. She's here tonight to help you and me with our cash flow problems, and she's in the talk of the town. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, is it Sandra or Sandra?
It's Sandra.
Sandra Morno, right? Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Now, where are you from with a name like that?
My parents are from Haiti and my dad's from Dominican, so a little
Makes
bit
sense.
of everything. Yeah, what does that mean?
Haiti? Yep, makes sense. Okay. All right. I saw your name. I was like, I'm going to say Sandra.
Which is what everybody does.
I believe it. Okay, so you've done a lot. Look at the modesty.
I mean, let's see. I can honestly say I didn't think I'd be here 10 years later because I was trying to get into sports management and then I kind of fell into this industry. But I love it now. I actually love helping people fight the IRS, and Big Brother is not as scary as everybody thinks they are.
Oh, we're going to talk about that. It's not as scary. What? Okay. So when you say you fell into this, explain how that happened.
I was finishing up my graduate school program and I was helping out a friend who had an accounting firm, and it was money during school, easy hours, easy pay. So I did that for a couple of years and then he kept pushing me to do more. And that's how I got my EA license. I had to take a test and study and all that other stuff. But he waved a shiny little carrot in front of me. So I was like, oh, okay, you're going to pay me to do this, then let's do this. Okay.
So he waved some certificates of appreciation.
Pretty much. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Quite a few of them.
So let's talk about creating a roadmap to success. How does one do that? Because we hear success, we equate success to money, wealth, or a host of other things, accumulating stuff. But what in your eyes is success to the everyday person that may be sitting at home during a pandemic, some jobless, some penniless, and they're saying, I don't see a way out of this hole. How can I gravitate to a roadmap that will allow me to be successful? Somebody sitting at home right now, they're either living check to check, or they don't have any income at all coming in, and they're thinking to themselves, I know what I need. I need more. I need money, but I don't know how to obtain it in a pandemic because so much of our lives have been tossed upside down, and they're looking at, I hear people talking at me about stuff I need to do. And it's easy to talk to people about stuff they need to do when we're doing better than them, but someone that's looking and saying, my mind is overwhelmed with bills. I got the tax man coming after me, because you help businesses with that, right? Now, do you help individuals with those tax issues? Okay, you do. Okay. I'm gonna call you later. I don't have your phone number, but I'm gonna call you later. Okay, so what would you say to them about creating a road to success? And success to them right now could be just gaining employment or gaining some level of income where they can take care of their daily necessities. What would you say to them would be a great way to start with that?
I guess the first thing, it goes with the theme of what everybody's been talking about, is mindset, right? You're gonna have to shift your mindset to not focus on the negative, on the bills, and really just dig deep. It's a lot of people who started like baking cookies and making cakes and now they're profitable. So it's just, what are you good at right now that you could see yourself making money at? And you'd be surprised who's going to buy it. I have seen the darndest things in these last 6 to 7 months that people are making so much money off of that they can actually quit their 9 to 5.
Okay, what are those? Share a few of those.
Um, believe it, like I said, this lady actually started like a cookie thing with her kids, and now like they sell them all throughout her city, and she's gotten funding for that because there's so much money out there right now in certain states. So you can literally probably start any type of a business. Like just think about something that you're good at, try
Mhm.
it. And there's so many free resources out there. Like the gentleman before just said, Fiverr, $5. You can get you some flyers, you can get you a business card. Hell, you could probably even get you a website.
A website for $5.
Yeah, it might take a while, but you can get a website for $5.
Now, with Fiverr, I may have used them one time, but it was so many years ago. I'm pretty sure they've probably enhanced or changed since that time period. But I read you were a what they call it, a profitability and growth advisor. What does that mean in layman's
Uh,
terms?
I help you grow your money, pretty much. I help you understand what's going on with your money, and we find the little holes that you got in your money to increase your cash flow.
Now, are you judgmental about the money they got?
What?
Are you judgmental
No,
when you come in looking at where the money is and where you need to grow it to? You don't be like, oh,
no, I don't judge because I look at my own stuff and I'm like, okay, I have no right to talk about anyone else. I'm just here to help you do better.
help us do better. Okay,
Yes.
so somebody's on the fence tonight and they're saying, okay, I don't have the level of understanding when it comes to money. Because you got to think about it, right? I mean, I don't know your upbringing, but like my mother didn't teach me about money outside of not to spend hers.
Yeah.
But, our parents sometimes were not in a position because nobody taught them the proper thing about money. They had to work at a young age, whatever the case. They may have had a couple of kids that they had to take care of. So their focus was generated on going to work, paying bills, and doing those things. So they didn't have the wherewithal to teach us about something they didn't have an idea about now. So somebody who's watching and listening right now saying, hey, I don't really have a inkling about where to start when it comes to money because I don't feel like I know enough about money, how it's generated, how to increase it, and all the things that we lack. What would you say to somebody like that?
Um, I think nowadays there are a lot of free resources because, like you, my parents didn't teach us anything. I literally had to ask my sister, did they teach us anything about money? And she was like, no, just to save it. And you got to work for it. It's not
Right.
until we went to college and, you do all the crazy things. That's when you kind of learn the value of money. But I think there's places like Score. There's other little free resources that you can go to and they can kind of help you, with the basics. Because a lot of people don't realize the basics of money is having a budget, right? A lot of us don't live by a budget. And if you don't live by a budget, then you're not going to be respectful of your money.
Well, that's true. But a lot of times people's like, well, what do I do when I have income issues? It's not that I don't know how to budget. I don't have anything to budget. like I'm budgeting nothing. I mean, the little I have, I know it's got to go here. It's got to go there. I got to stretch it to get here and there. It's one of those things, and that's the thing I have found when it comes to, especially like these last 8-9 months, is people's mindset has shifted and changed quite a bit because you wake up one day and the whole world is different. And it's regardless of what we're being told, it's never going to actually be the same again, you know. So, a lot of people are not creative, or at least they don't think they're creative. They don't have that quick, sharp mindset like some other people might have to come up with clever ideas or gimmicks and things of that nature. And they wrestle with that. Now, how did you grow up? Did you grow up with money?
No, not at all. My dad was an entrepreneur. He was a cab driver. He owned his own number.
Okay.
My mom was in the medical field, but then she got hurt, and so it was all my dad.
Mm.
I started working when I was like 15. My first job was at Kmart. So it was just seeing him, and we were okay, but we weren't extravagant. And my mom was very frugal. So she made things stretch, to
Now,
say the
now you
least.
say frugal. in a lot of circles that's considered cheap, but she
Yeah.
wasn't cheap. She was just
No.
was she cheap or was she frugal?
I guess I would say frugal because how she grew up, it's just like, look, we gonna make this. There's certain things that islanders do that they're like, this is going to last us a week. So we buy
Okay.
certain things that are gonna last a long time that'll feed enough people.
Now, how many people were in your household?
6 of us.
Oh. Oh. Now that's two, your mother and father and 4 kids.
No, my mother and my father, my grandma came to live with us, which was quite interesting, and then us 3 girls.
Okay, 3 girls, no boys.
No,
So where do you fall in the number?
middle.
Oh, were you?
What's
Now
that
are
mean?
you? Oh, okay. I'm glad you asked what that means. A lot of times with the middle child, they can. I've heard. I don't have. Well, let me see. Let me think. Do I have an experience of that? I'm the youngest child. My middle brother. Was he mean to me? He wasn't mean to me coming up. He mean to me right now, but he wasn't mean to me coming up. I guess he got some get back in the system. I guess he's trying to get me back for all those years. But I hear a lot of stories about the middle child being a mean child. Now you don't seem like you would have been a mean child, but you probably went to private school, so I guess that made up.
No, I didn't go to private school, but I can honestly say my babysitter was kind of like my baby doll. So I treated her that way. Like we grew up watching wrestling, so I would literally try moves on her. Like, hey, let's try this.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Were you using your little sister as a test dummy?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's funny. All right, so let's talk about taxes for a second.
Okay.
Now, I think I read where you had 5 leaks or 5 somethings when it relates to passive income. Is that correct?
No.
Did I read? 5 money leaks. I'm sorry. I should probably look at my cue card here and look at 5 money leaks that is destroying your cash flow. Okay,
my God.
That's different for it. I want to talk about some tasty tax tips.
Okay.
What? I want some tasty tax tips. They sound like snack cookies or something. Okay.
Oh man. One of the biggest tax tips that I usually like to tell people is that they should hire their children. If you have a business, you can pay your child up to $12,200 without taking any taxes out. So that's pretty much, yeah. Now they have to be a certain age. They have to be at least 7. And it has to be a real job. We're not talking about, you just making up stuff. They have to actually help you with your business. They're filing stuff away. They're emptying out trash. Everybody's on TikTok and all these other things. Your child could help you video. So yeah, you can pay them up to $12,000.
Now, is that only children? Can you pay friends and family members?
It has to be someone you're claiming on your on your actual tax return. So that's in your household. Because think about it. Now you're leaving it in your household, right? I mean, you can hire your friends all day, but it's more of a benefit if you hire your kids. You still get to claim them, and then you get to open up an IRA for them.
Okay. So what part of the country are you located in?
I am in Miami, Florida.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna be my South best friend. Okay. See, you need friends in different spheres and different industries, and I don't have a friend that can give me tax tips.
Oh, okay.
You finna be my new friend. Now, I can't assume that you married or nothing like that because I don't want no problems if I call your house because I just need tax tips. I don't want no problems. I don't want no problem.
You won't have any. I
don't want no smoke, mister.
You won't have any, trust me. That's not an issue.
Oh, look on your face just now.
My bad.
Hey, you miss it. I was telling Kelly earlier when it comes to being single during the pandemic. I mean, my God. It's crazy. Okay, so tasty tax tips.
Mhm.
That's one. You can claim your children,
Yes.
or you can hire your children.
Yes.
But what age do they have to be? What's the minimum age?
7, at least 7.
At least 7.
Yeah.
7-year-old making $12,000 a year.
I mean, you're not gonna pay them a whole $12,000, but you can pay them what's reasonable now. Don't get crazy with it. You don't want to get audited.
Okay. Now, what would trigger an audit?
That you're paying that child, but let's just say that child worked for you for like 3-4 months, and you paid them that maximum of $12,000. The IRS is gonna be like, really? That's what did they do for you, and how much are you paying them an hour? So I would suggest you pay them a minimum wage of whatever state that you're in, just to stay under the radar.
Okay, stay under the radar. And so let's say for someone, okay, this is a question I've heard with people. So somebody has tax issues, and when I say tax issues, that means they owe, whether it be the state or they owe the federal. And we see these advertisements all the time about, hey, I see this commercial on TV all the time about call us for IRS tax consolidation or whatever the case may be. How legitimate is that kind of stuff?
It's a fresh start program.
That fresh start program.
It's legitimate. Not all the companies are on the up and up. I usually tell people to just do as much research as you can. And if you call in and they're like, hey, yeah, you need to give me $5,000 up front, you'd be, no, I'm good. I'm so good.
Be like, listen, if I had $5,000, I wouldn't be calling you.
Exactly. But people do the darndest things. I was talking to someone the other day, and she was just like, this man paid $22,000 to one of those firms to get help. And I was like, damn, if he had that much money,
how much did he owe?
I don't even know, but the fact that he just did that just to get some tax returns filed, I was just like, oh dear, he must have a lot of money just to burn.
Sir, if you're watching right now, I can help you with a few things. Sir, I can help you with a few things right now if you got money that you just want to waste. Okay?
I know, right?
So what is the joy you find in being able to assist individuals and businesses thrive?
When you have an idea and you start a business, right? That's your goal, because your goal isn't for you to work the rest of your life on that. So for me, I just love seeing people succeed. I love having them get an understanding of their numbers, because a lot of the times I have clients that come to me and they'll give me their profit and loss and all this other stuff. And they're like, I don't know what this means. I'm like, well, did you not ask for help? Like, I mean, that's what you pay this person for. You need to understand why you're owing $10,000, why you're owing $7,500 every year. Otherwise, you need to stop paying whoever's helping you, because they need to be explaining that to you, so that you won't be owing. And so I enjoy the light bulb go on in people's, like when I talk to them, they're just like, oh, okay, I get it now. And so, I walk with them hand in hand, because people don't listen. I realize that. So.
I had so much I wanted to say on people not listening. I think I'm gonna just keep it to myself.
Right.
People, listen, I can only imagine, and when it comes to business, people not listening. I mean, you got family and friends that need advice or desire advice that don't listen to the advice that you actually give them.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah. You had this thing about doing it on your own, and I thought about entrepreneurs in general, because a lot of entrepreneurs start out doing everything themselves. How can somebody who, whether they're just starting a business or they've had a business for quite some time, but they're still doing the majority, or if not all the work on their own, how can people not do it on their own?
I mean, you got to find these, sites like Fiverr. There's always bartering. That has been huge this year, because people are like, I can help you, you can help me, so let's just help each other. So you want to kind of look for things like that. Look for college interns. Look for these millennials that's not doing anything right now with their life. Like, ask them to help you. That you'd be surprised how much they can help you, especially with social media.
College interns, ain't nobody in school. Everybody at home, homeschooling.
Well, still, they still have time. especially if they're working towards a major. Let's say you find somebody who's majoring in marketing, right?
Mhm.
Eventually they will need some type of volunteer work or volunteer hours, I'm thinking. I mean, that's how it was when I was in college. Did it change? I mean, it's been a while, but
It's a possibility. I don't know how old you are, how long it's been since you've been in college, but it's been a long time since I've been in school. So I'm pretty sure a lot has changed.
yeah. But I
In the,
think
and
you still got to get experience somewhat, you know. So I'm just hoping.
now you look like you went to the salon and got your hair done just for this show.
No,
Is it? No,
no.
I see. See, we got to connect because you supposed to say, you know what I did. Mm-mm.
You didn't prep me. Sorry.
You supposed to say I did. I mean, just for this show, Finch. I mean, I was thinking like I gotta hit them with this.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
any final thoughts before we get out of here? I've enjoyed talking to you. Such a delight and joy to talk to. I didn't know it was going to be this fun talking about taxes and stuff like that.
Well, thank you. I think the only thing is people just need to stop being afraid to look at their numbers, right? And find the right type of help. There's a lot of free help out there. You can go to SCORE. Every city has like a women's business center or just a business center. You can go to them. They all offer free services. So
What was
get the
that first
help.
one?
SCORE.
Score. What's that?
It's a place where people who have businesses can go find mentors and they'll help you with your business in different areas. I mean, and these are people who've been in business 20 plus years. They're like retired, but they
Mhm.
can help you with your business. They can give you ideas, they can connect you to the right people, and it's all free.
It's free, like free, free, free,
Yes,
free,
free,
free.
free, 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 free.
Oh yeah, man. Now yeah, I'm gonna have to follow you on social media. If people want to connect with you like me, how would they do that online?
You can go more so on Facebook and LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, it's my name, Sandra Morno. And then Facebook, it's SSBM Consulting LLC. That's a mouthful. But
That's more than a mouthful. So wait a minute. How people gonna connect with you on LinkedIn?
uh, I mean, there's messaging. LinkedIn is just like Facebook. It's just not, how do I say it? It's just I use my name, right? You can send me a message. You can ask to be my friend. We can talk via, direct message.
On LinkedIn.
Yeah, you've
So
not
so
used
that's
LinkedIn.
that's
You've not
well,
used it.
not in that manner, because
Okay.
when I got on LinkedIn, you had to know the person or have some kind of connection just to be able to connect with them. And sometimes it's like you're not connecting with somebody that you desire to connect with for a purpose because you don't know them and you don't know nobody that knows them.
Well, it's changed. It's kind of become like a business type Facebook, So people will Google your name and ask to be your friend. They might send you a little message. Hey, I saw you on this. Can I connect with you? And that's how they
So,
do it.
so you're on LinkedIn, Facebook, but you're not on Instagram and Twitter.
I I am on Instagram, but not that active. And I'm not on Twitter too much.
Not on Twitter at all.
No, too much.
You like, I draw the line right here at Twitter.
Yeah.
Was it the 150 characters? Or?
Listen, I don't even really like social media that much, so you pushing it with Twitter.
and I'm glad you brought that up. I'm trying to get out. It's almost like you talking to somebody on the phone. You trying to say, get off the phone, but you can't really get off the phone because you're having a great conversation with them. I'm kind of the same way. Now I am on Twitter, but I feel like with the whole social media gamut, this at this day and age, it's so overwhelming at times because you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, and you got to do this stuff consistently all day,
Exactly.
every day. And it's
Yeah.
like, I don't have the patience
Hmm.
and I don't think I have the interest to do it,
Yep.
and
Okay.
I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter. I'm not on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Nah. I'm about to start me a LinkedIn tonight.
You'll see how different it is, though. When you get on, you're going to be like, whoa, what happened?
Oh, it's changed that much?
Yeah, you'll see.
Okay. So do you find it, is it challenging, difficult, or just you're just uninterested when it comes to social media and how much it's used to promote? I mean, everybody is social media. Your numbers got to be a certain way when it comes to connecting with brands and audiences, and it's like, man, so
Yeah, I'm
what?
uninterested.
Yeah,
I'm uninterested, and simply because like what I do, I usually get people by referrals, or when we actually could see people face to face.
uh-huh.
That's how I can really kind of hone in, and explain to them what I do. So, social media, like I feel like my message kind of gets lost unless someone
Okay.
speaks with me. But I post because everybody keeps telling me I need to. So
Well, if everybody telling you, that means you need to. Now you must be talking in tax language. That's why. Is that
no, I think I keep it very simple. Like I try not to complicate things because I see how people's eyes glaze when I start talking about taxes, and so
mhm.
I really try to. I don't want to say dumb it down. I want to put it at a level where everybody can understand it.
Yeah, because taxes is one of those conversations that I don't know if it's a thing where we don't want to have it as much as what it's been. Taxes have been built a certain way over time, and when you're thinking about taxes, it's one of those things where I got to get my taxes filed by the
Hmm.
15th, and it's like, but having a genuine conversation when it comes to your taxes, the different things you don't know. Like you taught me a couple things tonight. When it comes to now, are you like friends with people in different tax companies in different states?
Yes, I do know other CPAs and other accountants. We all kind of band together.
Now, you work against the IRS and take tax boards, correct? So you don't have friends in those areas, right?
Not in the IRS per se. No.
What's the biggest misnomer you've heard about the IRS that you found was not necessarily true?
Ooh. Um.
Did I hit you with one just now?
Yeah. So you know how you hear those horror stories about, hey, the IRS, garnished my paycheck or they wiped out my bank account.
Yeah.
That is true, but they forgot to tell you that, hey, the IRS had been writing me for 3, 4 years, and I just ignored what they were writing because I didn't take them serious.
Who wouldn't take the IRS? Okay, I got a
You'd be
question for you about
surprised.
that. I saw a video probably a few years ago, right?
Hmm.
About these people supposed that were former IRS workers
Hmm.
who said that it's not legal for us to pay taxes on our wages. Is that true?
Um, I've heard that too,
Okay.
and I will just let you know I had a couple 3 or 4 years ago that had stopped paying taxes because they believed that, and then
Okay.
they got hit with a $200,000. Hey, this is what you owe us over time. So you tell me what you want to do. And they're like in their 70s now. And
Uh,
so their retirement checks are getting, garnished. And now they're going after their land and their housing. So you tell me, let me just pay my little taxes now.
oh, little Fred spent all his little money on strip clubs.
They just had that. They believed someone who told them, hey, you don't have to pay taxes. So they did it for years and it just mounted up. And whatever they owed, the IRS has daily interest and penalty. So 20
so
years
so
later.
so you that's not a because I've heard people though these people in general. It's videos all on YouTube about this.
Okay.
Um, that they fought it, but it's a process to fight it. Now I don't know how much that's almost equivalent to Kelly talking about the police guy becoming a millionaire and still going to work every day. I believe he was on the take. I'm just not gonna buy the fact that he went to work
Oh,
every day.
wrong.
So when it comes to fighting the IRS, is that an uphill battle and it's one that we as everyday common people should not engage in?
Yeah, it is. The thing is, you don't understand the lingo, right? And you don't understand what you're actually saying to them. You can provide them with facts, but they'll provide you with a tax code. So a lot of the times when I have clients who owe a certain thing, I'm just like, well, per this code or per what you said, you legally can't do this. So it's just like I have to fight them with their own words. Because when you're talking to them, you're talking to a regular person like me and you who's reading a manual
Right.
or who's just pushing buttons. So they're just going by whatever the buttons tell them to do, and that's what they're telling you.
You're so cool. Oh, why you can't live in California? I mean, we be best friends, man.
Y'all got fires and stuff.
Everybody got fires.
We don't have fires here. I mean, we have hurricanes, but we can handle hurricanes here.
You think you think a hurricane is worse than a fire?
I think so.
We don't have fires everywhere.
Yeah, but don't y'all have earthquakes?
Who don't have earthquakes?
We don't have earthquakes. We have okay. So I'm not in Haiti. I'm in Florida. So
listen, in this day and age, I think they had an earthquake in Utah. They had an earthquake in. Matter of fact, a couple months ago, they had an earthquake in Virginia, I think. So we're not exclusive anymore when it comes to earthquakes.
Well, yeah. But see, I can see a hurricane coming. I can't see an earthquake coming.
No, not at night. If you're sleeping, you won't see it coming. You will not see it coming.
I will know she is coming or he is coming because they would have told us.
Well, that's true. But I mean, well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I was sitting at home. It might have been a month or so ago, and earthquakes here, I ain't gonna say they scare me, but they scare me.
As they should.
Because the earth is moving. And I think for me, because I'm not from here, I've only lived here 8 years now. I'm from Atlanta, so I'm not accustomed to that.
Right. Okay.
So it's like when the earth starts moving, I don't know what to do because we don't know how long it's going to be moving.
Oh,
you know. And probably a month or so ago, sitting at home one night, and I have this thing, like we had a real bad earthquake here last July. And it's one of those things where I was sitting at home on the sofa, and you know how I have a what they call it, a keychain that I use, a whistle that I use when I ride my bike.
Okay.
So I can blow it to traffic like I'm a car, like a motorcycle. And it was doing this. Oh. And I'm like, yeah, whistles ain't supposed to move this way. See, the way it sits on the thing, it should move this way.
Okay.
It was moving this way.
Oh, dear.
So that told me the house was moving this way. And that's exactly what was happening. It was moving this way. And it seemed like it lasted for forever. They said it was only a minute and a half or something like that. It just felt like forever. It was moving. So ever since then, I've been very apprehensive when it comes to earthquakes. And a month or so ago, we had another one it wasn't as bad, but you felt it. So yeah, but I'm never leaving California. So
okay.
I say they're gonna bury me next to Michael Jackson. I'm convinced of that. I'm convinced of that.
All right.
I know you like he's crazy. I hope they pre-warned you about me before you came on here.
They did. They said you'd be funny, and you have been. You've been entertaining. So thank you for that. You've made this easy.
You know, that's my job. I like your job. I try to make it easy for people, you know. But thank you so much for joining us, man. I've had a ball. We definitely got to connect, though, because, you know, you're funny. You're fun.
Okay.
So, you know, I don't know how to get in contact with you, and you're not going to tell it here, so.
I think I already told you. And I see, okay, I'll find you.
Find me. There you go. I'm easier to find than you because
okay.
I think you in the witness protection program. So that's why you're not visible because you're in the witness. I don't even think Sandra's your name. You got a whole other name like Broomhilda or somebody, you know.
I wish.
All right, guys, listen, you've been listening to Off the Fence. I hope you guys had a great time. You got anything else you want to say before we let you get out of here?
No, thank you so much. This is great. I had a good time.
Yo. You're in the mix.
The world's finest, man. DJ
I have the radio on the telly.
You're in the mix.